Oh, all right, all right, all right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Scams. This is the artist known as Andrew speaking, and we are live streaming. It is once again Saturday evening, and one of my favorite times to scam. I was going to say scam, but it's one of my favorite times to live stream. Hope everybody's doing well. I know people are going to start coming in, but I was thinking to myself, my wife and I were watching TV, and I told her I got to go get my stream started. And I said, "Do I have anything to talk about tonight?" And I was like, I was blanking. I think so I could talk about the week. I could talk about the scam calls I took, but I didn't think there was anything specific I wanted to talk about. And then I remembered there was something I wanted to talk about. Hey, Record Crate, how's it going? It says Record Crate says, "Hey, hey, hey." Adam here from Raleigh, North Carolina. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. Oh, yeah, we talked about where Raleigh was compared to Charlotte, because that's where I went to go. The show I went to go to last month, and if I remember correctly, Raleigh was like on the other side. So Vicky's here. Hey, Vicky, how's it going? Scam Hunter's here as well. Says hello, Andrew. Hello, and Faru. Well, close enough. Record Crate says, talk about Bessie Betsy. She's around here somewhere. She's around here somewhere. I don't know what she's doing right now. The last time I saw her, she had found a spot and was taking a nap. If she comes in here, I'll bring her on screen and talk about her. But one of the funny things about her, and you guys may have noticed, she may have shown up in a video or two. She's not big enough yet to just jump up onto my desk like the other two cats. They just jump up as they please. She's not big enough to do that yet, so she ends up either getting into my chair and then onto the desk. But if I'm sitting in the chair, obviously she can't jump in it. So what she ends up doing is latching onto my leg and crawling up my leg in order to get in the chair, and then she'll crawl up behind me, and I'm waiting for her to get big enough where she can just jump up on the counter. So Record Crate says, I bet she has grown since I've seen her last. Oh yeah, she's getting big. She's getting big. She eats like you wouldn't believe. Every morning she's got to have her food, and we got her like special kitten food. The other cats get like dry food, and when I go to feed her, they line up and they wait for her to finish, because they will eat whatever she leaves behind. Sometimes she doesn't leave anything behind. But that's the way it goes. Let's see here. Vicky says, been getting a lot of calls between Cox Cable and home equity loans. Really? I haven't got any home equity loans one. I've been seeing a lot more of the calls in which they tell you they're calling you to help you out with your financial distress, to help you out with tax problems and stuff like that, which I don't have any back taxes whatsoever, not for my business, not for my personal. Haven't had him in many years. I have a fantastic accountant, and her firm takes care of everything for me. I haven't had a single issue with taxes. I don't know where they got my number or how they contacted me. But I've not been, neither me nor the wife have been looking into any type of financial assistance. But once again, a lot of times they just call people, they just call numbers. And what's so funny is my wife and I's phone numbers, our cell phones, are one digit difference, meaning mine ends in a 5, or hers ends in a 4 and mine ends in a 5, but it's the same exact number except for the last number. And it's funny when my phone will ring and I'll miss a call, and then the same exact number calls her phone and gets or it calls. Let me backtrack. They call her first, and it comes up as a forward call because she didn't pick it up, so it comes to me. And then if I don't get it in time, it then the same exact number calls my line, which is the one. They're literally just calling numbers, and they're going one right after another. And usually when I see that, I'm like, at least give me a chance to get the second one. And it happens a lot. It happens a lot. Rosie says, hey, Andrew. Hello, everybody. Virtual hug. Hope everyone's well and have a great weekend. Virtual hug. Okay. Oh, I know that's an emoji. I'm sorry. I read everything out. Scam Hunter says, Andrew, did you get my message that I sent about the new cable Social Security scam call that I got Friday afternoon? I don't think so. I'll have to look for it. Rosemary is here and says hi. Record Crate says, so I answered an IRS scam. I'm transferred to a supervisor. Supervisor answers, sir, you are calling about your Medicare. I say yes. Then he asks, how much do you owe in back taxes? Now that's funny. That's funny. You know that there are scam centers where they make these calls and they jump back and forth from one scam to a next. And sometimes they can't keep it straight. I've had a couple recently where it was a Medicare one, and then they started talking about final expense insurance. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's a totally different scam. They all do the same thing. Scam Hunter says scammers are calling saying that they are with your cable company and they try to get your social security number so that to so-called information to get access to your cable information. Be very careful. Yep. Well, I know I had one recently where they call and they claim to be from your cable company or your internet provider or even your cell phone service. And the funny thing is they never call from the company that I'm actually with. They'll be like AT&T calling and saying, "Hey, I'm calling about your cell phone bill." I don't have AT&T. Oh, hey, Studio 7.62 says, Andrew scammed me out of a secret chip. I sure did, didn't I? Avery, if you're available, I'll send you an invite. This is my friend Avery, guys. You've heard him on the stream before. Let me send him a quick invite. See if he's able to join. Because always can have it's always better when it's not just me jabbering away for an hour straight, You guys probably would get tired of that very, very quickly. Actually, to be honest with you, I just hadn't gotten to the invite part yet. I know I'm an idiot. I know. All right. Invite sent, Avery, if you want to join. Record Crate says, but sir, what about my Medicare? Click. I think it's hilarious when they lose track of which scam they're doing. But it just goes to and I've been on a call for one scam and you can hear the other people in the background and they're doing another scam. I'll be like on an Amazon call and you'll hear them doing Medicare in the background or be on a final expense one and you hear them doing something else. I mean, it's really sad. It's really sad, but yeah, it happens. Vicky says, that's a good one. Keep the script in front of you. Yeah. It's funny. I've gotten to the point where I know 99% what their script says. I've almost wanted to just tease them and answer questions before they ask. Yes, I do make my own Medicare decisions. I haven't asked that question yet. Oh, okay. Sorry, I can see. Oh, I wonder if I could convince them I can see the future by answering their questions before they ask them. Now that could be funny. I'll have to try that. Avery says, give me a second. Okay, cool. Rosemary says, thank you for all that you do. It's so much appreciated, especially with the older generation. I had a lady that came into the store today and we were talking about the scam channel and the scamming, and she was telling me about how her mom, and this was an older lady, how her mom had gotten taken advantage of. And I'm like, I feel so bad. And she says she refuses to answer the phone now, to the point where she was so broken by what the scammer was able to get away with. And we didn't talk actual figures, but yeah, it sounded to me like they probably emptied her bank account or something, and she will not answer the phone anymore because of that. And that's so disheartening. That's horrible that happens, but the more we share, the more we talk about this, the more people learn, Avery.
Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Oh, it's all right.
We missed you the last couple of days.
Yeah, I've been busy and tired.
Yeah. It's called life.
Yeah.
Everybody has that, but
yeah,
I know you have other issues, and I hope
Yeah.
everything is doing better. So
Eh,
without going into any discussion about it, because
yeah.
we are live streaming.
Yes. Nothing got resolved, but things are better.
Okay. Well,
But
my
there's still more to do this week.
my dorky ass friend Todd.
Hmm.
Yesterday, I was doing the comics live stream. Right. He calls into the stream. They're in their car driving out of state. And I'm like, and I can hear, and every time I talk, I hear myself because he's got me on the speakerphone in the car. And I'm listening to myself talk the entire time. And then Michael, my son, called me, returning my call. So I answered his call, but I put myself on mute. And then I hear Todd talking, saying, "Oh, I get to take over the show." So I immediately muted him. And then I realized we're sitting there for like 3 or 4 minutes with the whole stream muted, where you just see me there talking, but nobody's saying. I'm like, forget it. The stream's done.
I hadn't watched it yet. I noticed it was short.
It lasted like a total of 17 minutes. And a good chunk of it, we were both muted. And it was just sad. But he wanted to join and just say hi and see how things were going.
Sure.
And then he wanted to talk about stuff. And I'm like, we can't have a conversation with me echoing in the background.
Yeah, that's intolerable.
And the
Espe-
kids are yelling and having a good time while they're driving. And it was like,
Yeah, you can't have a conversation to that about anything.
yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even want to talk about guns to that.
Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see what else is going on here. Rosemary. Oh, I already read that one for Rosemary. Thank you. Thank you again. Rosie says, "Well said, Rosemary. Thank you." And she says, "Thank you as well." Record Crate says, "Turn your camera on." No, you guys don't want to see Avery.
My camera's not even hooked up. Where is my camera?
I
I don't even know. Like, my desk is just covered in various
Oh yeah.
AK magazines, 223 AK mags, 545. Because I'm.
If you guys didn't know, he's a gun fan. He's a gun fan, so which I know absolutely nothing about.
Well, I've got these followers because okay, 556 AK mags are really hard to find right now.
Yeah.
So I have these followers I bought that somebody 3D printed that I can change the follower in an AK-74 mag and it'll run 556.
You do realize you're speaking nothing but Greek to me right now. I have no
Yeah.
idea what half of what you said is.
Yeah. Well, it's
So,
it's cool.
yeah, I know.
And I'm working the mags in and out because the locking lugs are slightly different. So I'm just kind of like breaking it in, like
That.
like
All he's
force
doing,
fitting it.
it's like the parents from Peanuts. All right, now hold on. I've really got to find this. I've really got to find this comment that I wanted to talk about. I had somebody commented on one of my videos, and I wanted to discuss it tonight. And I gotta find it. I mean, I know I made a screen print of it and added it to the to one of my chats, but I wanted to find the original one because it's referring to a scam call that I wanted to actually let's see. There's Rosie's comment. How long ago was this comment made? I know I put a post up about it. I mean, worst case scenario, I can go to the copy I made.
Mm-hmm.
How far back am I going? 5 days. All right, let me go just a little bit further back. If I can't find it, I'll just give up and go to the... I was going to say vamp for a minute, but... Oh, I found it. All right. Now that I found it. Oh, I know what it was. The video is... It's one of the credit card scammer ones that I recently put up. And the title of the video is Credit Card Scammer Just Gives and Gives and Keeps on Giving. This is the one where... Okay, I'll do a setup for it in just a minute. But let me go ahead and catch up on the chats real quick.
Okay.
I got to get it. Okay. Let's see. Vicky's here. Vicky says, my old friend almost got scammed but an alert manager refused to sell her a gift card. I've heard of that happening before. Not sure what the scam was. Guys, anybody that calls you up and tells you that you have to pay a bill or you have to reconcile a bill or you have to do something with a gift card, scam. Period. Everybody should know that. If they're asking you for a gift card, it is a scam. You are never ever
Yeah.
ever going to call your electric company and pay your bill with a gift card
Yeah, that's
from
yeah,
Target.
that's
It's
very
never going to
suspect.
happen. Yeah, yeah. A lot of businesses that sell gift cards are actually on the lookout for people, especially elderly people,
Mhm.
buying gift cards because it's a big red flag, and they have stopped people. And I know, like at our local Walmart, there's the customer service area where you can buy gift cards. There are signs up that says please be aware of scams because it happens so freaking
Yeah.
often. It's scary as hell, but yeah, it happens all the time. Tim's here and he says, I've asked the scammer, how's your mother? They really get pissed off and usually hang up. I was asking them, are your parents proud of you? To see what they say. And I've had a couple say, yeah, my parents are proud of me. And my first thought is, they're right there with you, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Doing the same thing.
Yeah. Rosie says, hi to Rosemary. Rosemary says, Andrew, you're doing a great job. Thank you for what you do. All for ordinary
Oh,
people. And we're
oh.
all ordinary. Nobody's special. We're all,
I'm special.
you are special. Actually,
But
my audience is special. I love all of them. They're great. Rosie says, to Vicky, so glad the manager stopped her. Sweet lady. No telling what kind of stress that's caused her. I hope she's okay now. It will have damaged her trust in people, and that's awful. Yes, that is true. Vicky says, Rosie, she was a bit embarrassed by almost falling for it. Well, I know some people in my family, my mother-in-law, my father, who have fallen for scams and gotten taken. So trust me, it is very common. It's very easy for them. So nobody should feel guilty or embarrassed when it happens to them. But you need to be aware that there's people out there who are just soulless, sucking people that they don't care if they hurt you. All they
yeah, no.
want is your money.
Yeah, they'll steal from anybody.
Yeah, yeah. And then Rosie says, bless her, not her fault at all. As we've heard on Andrew's calls, some of them are very believable. Yes, yes, that is true. Let's see. Kansky, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, says, I've heard it said that scammers think Americans are rich and it won't matter if we lose some money to them or that they have families will help the victims out. That is true. I've actually spoken to a few that think we're all rich Americans and they have no problem with stealing from us or trying to steal from us. So it's it's the way of the world in some cases, but it is disturbing that it's true. Okay, so to set up the information on this call, the comment on this call, this was a credit card scammer that came. The call came while I was out driving, and he starts out the call conversation. I'm calling from your credit card company, which immediately it's like, really, which one? I mean, if you can't tell me the name of the credit card company, you're probably full of crap and a scammer. And he was trying to get my credit card number, and when I started to give it to him, I started to insult him, saying stuff like, you probably sleep with goats or you smell like a goat or something. And I had a very specific purpose for why I was doing
Mhm.
that. I was trying to get him to hang up the phone because I'm driving. I didn't,
That
I
note is too
don't,
sexy.
I, yeah, that too. But I don't mind screwing with them.
Yeah, sure.
When I'm at home, I'll take as much time as possible. I waste it, but I'm driving. So I really need to pay attention to the road. And honestly, I think I had already gone to all the places I was going, so I was heading home, so I didn't need to make another stop.
Mhm.
Normally, if I need to make another stop, I'm not going to try to do a scam call while I'm walking through Walmart or something. But so I started initially throwing out some insults, and he just decided to stay on, and we talked, And at one point, this is the one, I'm not sure if I told you about it,
Mhm.
but this is one where I gave him a fake number and he knew it was fake. And then at some point in the call, he asked me again. He says, "Can you give me the account number again?" And I'm like, "You do realize I'm just giving you fake numbers?" He said, "Yes, but give it to me again." So I said, "Okay." So I gave it to him a second time. And he said to me after that, he said, "My supervisor was standing behind me. So I had to make it, make it look like I was still working." It's like, I'm like, what?
Supervisors, he's got a boss at a call center where their job is to rip people off.
Yes, and he knows he's not gonna get me because I've already told him
Yeah, but
I already know
he's
it's
actually
a scam.
enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at one point I did ask him, I said, "Are you drunk? Have you been drinking?" And he starts talking about how he likes tequila or whatever it is, and so it made me feel like maybe he was drunk, maybe
Yeah,
a little bit.
he probably has to drink to do that job.
I bet there's a lot of guys out there that do that. But so a couple days later, I got uh
Monkeypox.
no, I did not get monkeypox.
Oh, okay. You want to?
No, it's not something I was interested in, but
Okay. Just thought
so
I'd offer.
this guy's name is Abdi Jama. Little, I hate to say it, a little suspect there, but whatever. He leaves a comment on the video, says, "The scammer was more professional than so-called scam baiter. You could have asked him more about how the scam works. That will help people in that will help people than insulting him. You seem angry and childish. I don't think you could do this baiting just how you behave." So first off,
You
my
don't bait
first
them; they
thought,
call you.
yeah, I know, but my first thought is, wait a minute, are you defending the scammer? Did you even listen to the call? He
It's
literally was bragging about how he rips people off and steals their money.
yeah.
And he says the scammer was more professional because I insulted him and that I seem angry and childish. And I'm like, wait a minute. Whose side are you on, man? What?
Obviously, he's a scammer. That's what.
Possibly. Well, there's a good possibility. So I responded and I said, of course, I said, "Thanks, Abdi." And then I went, "Wait a minute. Are you saying I'm the childish one? Oh, okay. Makes sense. And the drunk scammer is the professional one. Gotcha. Anyway, thanks for checking out the video." And then I put, "You should join the conversation on my weekly live stream on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time, since I will definitely be talking about your comments. Thanks again." What's that old phrase about killing them with kindness? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I've always done that. If somebody puts a comment that takes a shot at me or whatever, I'm like, I've always said that if somebody came up to me who bought one of my books, one of my comics, and said, "Hey, I bought this book, I read it, and it is the biggest piece of trash I've ever read. You can barely write. Your art looks like crap. This is the worst. This is the worst thing I've ever spent my money on in my life." I always thought my first thought would be, "Thanks for buying my book and
Yeah.
reading it."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know you. You would still be psyched. Like you bought the book, you read it. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you would still be pretty jazzed.
Yeah. Well, that's how I take these videos. If it doesn't matter if you're gonna, if you hated it, you didn't. I have one person that comments from time to time about how they can't understand the scammers.
Mhm.
They said, "You come through loud and clear. We hear you just fine, but I cannot understand the scammers." And all I could say to that is, I want to tell them to get better equipment, but it's really not my place to tell them, "Hey, your call service sucks. Get better phone systems,"
Mhm.
because I don't control that.
Yeah.
you know. But I got this comment, and I'm like, wait a minute. Who are you defending here? Whose side are you on?
The scammer.
But that's just sad. All right, all right. So now that I talked about it, I really had hoped the guy would join the conversation, though. I'm checking to see if maybe I've got some notes
Andrew's like,
from him.
I really want to talk to him more.
Yeah, yeah.
He seems nice.
Could be my new best friend. I'm always on the lookout for new ones because
They can have you, buddy. I've been trying to sucker somebody else into this shit for 30 years.
You know what?
What?
I'd say you were joking.
You would say you're joking, but you know I'm not.
Oh, okay, let's see what else we got here. Rosie says, oh no, I already read that one. Okay, I'm sorry, sorry, Rosie. Didn't mean to try to do this again. Kanaski says, I've heard it said that scammers think Americans are rich. Oh, yep, we read that one already. Yep, that is true. Vicky says, did you catch some of the People's Call Center? I did. CJ Scams and Betty were doing calls from there. It was fantastic. Avery, they had a call center set up where they were actually listening in on scammers' calls and then calling the people back and letting them know, hey, what that call you were just on, that's a scam call. They were trying to take advantage of you. Keep an eye out for calls like that.
Oh wow.
So they were actually I don't know how they were doing it. I don't know how they were able to listen into their calls. There's probably, they are very more.
I've seen videos of people that what they'll do is they'll hack into the call center and take over the scammer's entire network.
Oh yeah.
And screw with them. I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, that's way beyond what I do. I literally just take a call.
Yeah, you just take the call and try to annoy them a little bit.
That's right, and waste their time.
And some of it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, have you actually watched any of my videos?
We've listened to some on your show.
You haven't watched a single one, have you?
But we listened to some on your show.
This, by the way, guys, is one of my best friends, my oldest best friend. And I just asked him, have you ever watched one of my videos? And he has yet to answer the question.
I watched some of your art videos when you still had art on this channel.
Oh, well, I've been on my on the Misfit Corner Draws channel. I've been redoing some of the Crom videos, the Crom sketch videos, because I'm working on a Crom project.
Yeah.
Kind of this is the creation of Crom, showing some of the sketches. So Rosemary says, Andrew, a big thank you for all you do. Not a problem. I enjoy it very much. Max says, what's up, Drew in chat? Hey, Max, how's it going? He says, Herschel Jones, can you please spell that for me? What I think's funny about the name Herschel is you say it, and it's a common enough name that anybody out there probably has heard the name before. Even if you don't know somebody named Herschel, you've probably heard the name. Mm-hmm. They have no clue. The name Herschel is so foreign to them. It's almost as bad as Timothy, which I think is crazy. But yeah, Herschel Jones is a good one. Rosemary says, Andrew, I've had numerous calls. Can I contact you? Absolutely. Actually, you know what, guys? I got in the mail today. What did I do with it? In the mail today is one of these letters, Negotiations Department. Please contact our number, and there's an 800 number here within 10 days of getting this notice regarding adjustments to your credit accounts. I've gotten dozens of these letters, but I've never done anything with it. I think I'm going to spend some time Monday and contact them and see what happens.
Yank their chain.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that's funny on here, let me just read this one line to you, Avery, and see if it's not pretty hilarious. It has failure to respond in bold letters. It says, failure to respond and making your minimum payments will likely result in interest accruing on your unsecured credit balances at an unreasonable rate. In addition, penalties may occur in the event of unpaid obligations. You know what that literally just said? If you keep making your minimum payment, you're going to have interest charges. And if you don't make your minimum payment, you could get charged fees and penalties.
From people you don't owe money to.
No. This is they're trying to tell you that it's about your current credit card bills. Mm-hmm. But what they're saying is if you fail to respond to this letter, you could get interest charges and you could get penalties if you don't pay your bill. Which, guess what? You're going to get anyway.
Yeah.
This letter is a piece of junk. It's a piece of paper that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I ignore those, man. I've always ignored those. I was like, I don't know who these people are. I don't have any accounts with any of these people.
I'm looking forward to calling them. Now, the funny thing is they know my name and they have my address,
Mm,
which, as I've said before, that's pretty common knowledge. I mean, I'm not hard to find.
mhm.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Uh, I had gotten those kind of things acting like they were contacting me on behalf of my mortgage lender.
Yes. Yes.
And instead of calling them, I just picked up the phone. I called my mortgage lender. I called Wells Fargo, who I had my
Yep.
mortgage with, and I was just like, "Hey," and they're like, "Oh no, that's not legit. That's a scam. We don't do that." Yeah, I like
Yep.
thought so.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly what it is. All right. Let's see here. Max says, Andrew, curious if you watch any of the bigger scam beta videos. I've watched some of Tagao's stuff, listening to him. It's hilarious. He tends to get a little vulgar, and sometimes it's funny as hell. But yeah, I've also watched Kit Boga's videos. Not a lot of them. I mean, I'm familiar with him, and some of his videos can go. If it's more than 10 minutes, I might tune out. He's got some that are hours and hours long, and kind of scary. But yeah, yeah. And I also listen to CJ Scams from time to time, just checking in on her, especially when she puts out something new. I don't always chime in to the live streams, but I do check out the videos. So yeah, yeah. So if you guys have any recommendations, throw them out there. Throw them out there to everybody, and we all check them out. Scam Hunter says, Andrew, you have no idea who I am, but you are very first scam buster that I ever listened to, and you subbed to my last channel that I had up before things changed. Do you remember it? I think so. I think so. There was a couple that I was following in the beginning, um, but yeah, well, everybody check out Scam Hunters. That's the best thing I can say. Check out the channel. Free says it wasn't a political debate. It wasn't a political debate. I'm not sure what that means, to be honest with you. Rosemary says, I have watched. Very good. Vicky says, I just got a letter like that, only car warranty. I've gotten the car warranty ones before too, and usually I just ignore those as well. But this is one about lowering your interest rate, and it's very, very serious looking. Says read Discovery, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Capital One, and American Express. And then says negotiations department. We'll see what they can do for me. Christine Hagelin says hello. Hello there. Rosie says actual snail mail instead of emails. I mean, oh, I gotcha. Yeah, junk emails is a very common thing around here. I always, whenever I go check the mail, I always try to bring back the stuff that's important, and I end up taking like the advertisements or the political, flyers out, and I usually end up just throwing them on the floor in the passenger seat. And eventually, when I get a chance, I'll pick them all up, throw them out. And it drives my wife crazy because if I have to take her somewhere, she's like, "What is all this crap on the floor?" It's all the junk mail, dear. Just step on it. Nobody cares. But oh well. Vicky says, okay, got a letter about a car warranty. If my car breaks down, it'll cost me millions of dollars. Yeah, you better believe it.
Ooh.
Scam Hunter says, who am I? He says, what was my last channel name, or do you need a hint? I know what it is. I'm blanking. I know which one it is. If you gave me like a multiple choice, I'd be able to figure it out. Vicky says scam baiter, exposing scammers, Wenja, peasant Greer, all good ones. Okay. Exposing scammers. I know I've seen that one. Wenja, Pleasant Green. I'm not sure about that one, but all right. Appreciate it, Vicky. Vicky will definitely check those out. Rosie says, I haven't had any phishing regular mail yet. I did get a letter from an insurance company a week or so after my birthday asking if I had thought about my death and planning my funeral yet. That's one of the ones I always like to. It, that's one of it's that's that's one of the things I always like to pick on them about when they call me to sell me the final expense insurance. Is I ask them, I say, wait a minute, I just went to see my doctor. What do you know that I don't know? I've had some that have busted out laughing when I ask them that, and then I've had others that thought I was really serious, which is even funnier. But yeah, exactly. Tim said, I used to, no, hold on a second. Language, words,
Mm-hmm.
take a deep breath.
Mm-hmm. Go slow.
Tim said, I used to get checks from the local high interest loan companies. To cash the check, you had to bring them into their office. My brother would ask me to cash his, and I would get half. I bet you that doesn't really work as well as you'd think. He says it was really just a loan. Yep, that I
Mm-hmm.
can believe. That I can believe. Oh, Scam Hunter says it's exposing the script. I know, I knew I'd get there eventually. Rosemary says, Andrew, I just found a whistle. I'm going to use it. You know, I used to, when they would call and I was in the car and they
Mm-hmm.
would call, I would say, oh, hold on just 1 second. And I would crank up the radio and put the phone in front of it to see if they hung up. And they usually did. But that's not as satisfying as wasting their time.
Mm-hmm.
Having a loud noise in their ear, probably they just disconnect and move on to the next one. But if you spend 10-15 minutes wasting their time,
Yeah.
I was going through some old calls that I had, and I had two in which they were credit card scammers. And the first one, I was just screwing around with the guy, giving him fake information. He couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. And then he told me, let me call you back in 15 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. You're never going to call me back. And then the second recording was they actually called back. And I got to screw with them for another 10 or 15 minutes or whatever it was. The first video went up this morning, and the second one's going up tomorrow. But the fact that they actually called me back for me to waste more of their time after I'd already given them fake numbers, they called me back to get more fake numbers. It's like, I love it, guys. You guys are great. Yep, Rosemary says on to the next call. That's right.
They
Testing 76 cents final expense. Laugh out loud. They there is final expense life insurance out there.
Mhm.
It is available to people. These are somebody asked me, I had posted a video once talking about how it's a scam, and they asked me, they said in the comments, they said final expense insurance is a scam. And I said, no, final expense insurance is a real thing. It's out there and you can buy it. These callers offering it are scammers.
Mhm.
That's the scam. So you got it. Hey, Emmanuel, how's it going? It says, good evening, my good friend. Andrew, happy Saturday night. Happy Saturday night to you too as well. Manuel is always there. He's always checking out my videos and commenting. I love it. He's great, and I
Awesome.
truly appreciate it. Scam Hunters is exposing can you figure it out? I did. It's exposing the script. I remember. He says, I'm back and twice as better. Okay, very good. Let's see. Jason Myers, the 11 says, what's your favorite disgusting sandwich? My favorite disgusting sandwich. I am not a fan. I had this conversation with my mother-in-law the other day. We were talking, I don't like anything that has mayonnaise in it. And that includes like chicken salad sandwiches, potato salad, any of that stuff. I will not eat it. And she asked me, she says, what is it about mayonnaise that you don't like? And I said, it's very simple. It goes all the way back to when I was a kid. And my parents used to make me take out the trash. Mayonnaise, mayonnaise, sour
Mhm.
cream, that stuff in the trash made me sick to my stomach. The smell of it. It was the smell of it. And I refuse to eat mayonnaise or anything like that, or has mayonnaise or even looks like mayonnaise. And what's so funny is my wife she puts mayonnaise and stuff all the time.
Mhm.
She puts sour cream and stuff all the time. If I don't know it's
'Cause
there
it's
and I
good.
can't, and if I can't smell it, I'll eat it. That's fine. But if you put mayonnaise on a sandwich, there's no freaking way I'm touching that. My mouth is going nowhere near that sandwich. I can't do it. And it was the smell. It was the
You know what? There's
smell
a
of
whole
taking out
lot
the
of jokes
trash.
I'm not gonna make because 'cause we're on your scam channel.
You know, the whole idea of bringing the sandwich to my mouth, I knew something was coming. Something was
There's
brewing
so
in your
many
mind.
jokes I'm just not gonna make because 'cause we're on this channel. If we were on one of the other channels
And I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
you're welcome. If we were on my channel
you. Kanansky.
uh-oh, you're muted.
Sorry, guys. I got muted by mistake. My system just blinked out for a second. Let me read that again. We got another call from Spectrum today asking if we are happy with our internet TV package. He offered to lower our costs. He hung up when I told him Spectrum wasn't even offered in our area. Yep, I didn't even know what Spectrum was for the longest time. It was my wife that told me. She's like, "Yeah, I've seen their advertisements on TV, but honestly didn't think they were even in this area." So Manuel says, I watch YouTube videos today, wasting time in the year 2019 this morning. Yep, that's right. Give fake credit card numbers. That's right. I've been doing it for a long, long time. That's probably the scariest part is I've been getting the credit card scammer calls for so long, and I've continued to screw with them, and they continue to call back. They still call me almost daily.
They love you.
Actually, this week, I think I got 2 or 3 calls from them. So it wasn't every day, but yeah, they still call almost daily, which is crazy. And I've been screwing with them ever since. So Rosie says the guy from the Trilogy Media, they're calling scammers recently and blowing an air horn down the phone at them. See, if I had an air horn and I was using it while I'm on a scam call, it would wake the entire house and everybody be mad at me.
Yeah.
I could get away with that if nobody else was home. So Rosie says, hit the like. Oh, yes, please hit the like button if you can. Jack says, when I meet you in the summer. Have we met? Maybe. I don't know. Hey, Rick Piper's here. Hey, Cross, how's it going? He says,
Hey, what's
hi,
up, Rick?
all. Rosemary says, please. Jack says, till my heart beats loud. Okay. You. What?
Poopy diaper pee-pee? I have no idea
I
who this
don't know
person
if
is.
Jack's a troll or not. He's making silly posts,
Yeah.
but okay, sure. Avery, are you still there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Avery. Uh-oh, I don't know if Avery can, if, I don't know, can you guys hear him? Avery. Uh-oh, I don't know if Avery can, I don't know. Well, maybe not.
Uh-oh.
Okay, he's going to leave and come back. I don't know what happened. Kanaki says, troll alert. Yep, most likely. Scam Hunter says, okay, hold on a second. Bring Avery back in. Sorry, you there?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess something might have messed up, so I just left and came back.
Yep, that worked. Yeah, because I could, if you were talking, I didn't hear you. So
Okay.
Scam Hunter says, I have 3 cable scam calls. 2 are from Spectrum calls, and 1 is from AT&T. Social Security scammers call that I've spoken about earlier. Yep. Tim says, I retired from a wastewater plant operator attached to a chicken plant. People would ask if the place stinks. I tell them it smelled like a paycheck. Oh, that's good. It smelled like a paycheck. Cross says, where's my link? Ha ha ha. Cross, you want to come in? I don't mind sending you one. You know, if I did that though, I'd have to send it via. Hold on, hold on. Let me see if
Oh,
this.
the Twitter DM group.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I
He's
was
just
at.
talking about this channel's all scams now, Rick.
Yeah. Well, he can maybe give us a idea of um, scam calls that he gets in
In Canada
Canada.
land,
Yeah, yeah,
the
maybe.
People's Republic of Canada.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Trying to see if I've got.
If you even
That's you. That's Dillard. Oh, this is okay. This is probably him. All right, here I'm pasting the link in. I hope that's you. I I hope that's you. It says Canadian Shield 2. So
yeah,
and more on Indiegogo. Okay, yeah, that's
yeah.
Rick. All right, we'll get Rick in here. He can tell us what it's like in Canada. Manuel says, I watch YouTube Trilogy Media plus have scam baiting with Janine show scammer artist pictures. He hangs up on him. That's funny. And Vicky says, love the Scotty Young Predator cover. Very cool. Very cool. Rick,
Hello.
what's up, man?
Not much. Yourself? Been a
What are
while.
you looking at? Oh, Avery, he's coming in to shill his comic, isn't he?
Yeah, of course he is.
I don't know why that I should have known that was going to happen.
He's got a custom Canadian Shield action figure.
Yeah, he does. He
Yeah,
does.
and a nice big life-size cutout.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Of course he's coming in to shill his comic. What do you think he
Now,
was going to do?
Rick,
Oh no, but I can share.
Rick,
Keeping on topic. Yes.
Rick, what would the Canadian Shield do if he got a scam call?
He'd have to have a phone first.
Oh, he doesn't have a phone? Okay.
Not yet. Eventually he will. Yeah, we get
get
them from time to time. Most of the time, I don't answer a number I don't recognize. So
right.
But I did get one about a month back or so. I said a little bit about it in your chat. It was, and probably because of you, really,
Mhm.
it gave me a second thing to think. Um, Somebody called up saying that there was, some stuff on my credit card,
Yep.
and a
Yep.
couple charges, and like, okay, I was it was an automated call at first, and okay, you hear that, you get, oh my god, what's going on?
Yep. Yep.
So unfortunately, I clicked to talk to somebody, and then I started asking questions.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, oh, one sec, which credit card?
Yep. Some
By
basic questions, they want you to panic, they want you to get worried, they want you to be scared, and they want you to just willingly give over your information.
yeah,
But
and
when
then
you
I'm
start
like,
asking simple, very simple questions, their script starts to fall apart. So you did a good job. You did a good
yeah.
job.
Then I forget whether they were saying they were from Amazon or which
Yes,
whatever, and like, so like,
that's a common one.
okay, so I'm like, okay, how about, just to make sure, I'm gonna hang up from you and call back. And the other thing that really got me too is, probably in the back of my head, is both my credit cards are pay as
Mhm.
you go.
Oh, gotcha.
So there wasn't the money on them for these charges that they
Yep.
were saying about. So it's like, one
Have
sec,
have a good one, Vicky. Thanks for dropping in. So
so
yeah. Well, what's really funny is I've gotten some of the Amazon scammers before where they say, "Well, you've got a charge on your account," and I'll literally log into my Amazon. Said, "There's nothing here." So, oh, well, you can't see it because we didn't approve it. It didn't go through. And I said, "So I'm not being charged for this." And they they jump through so many hoops
Yeah.
to try to convince you that it's going to happen, but that you can't see it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's the way it goes. That's the way it
But
goes.
there's a scamming story for me for like not too far ago. It's like, and I thought of you right away. And like, I think
Now, now the
having
question.
listened to a few of yours, got me, to
Now I got a question for you. Do they call for you, or do they call for your mom?
usually, well, that one I think said me, or did I'm not even
Really?
sure whether
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
even sure whether they said a name.
They usually don't know your name. They say they're calling
Yeah,
from Amazon and they're calling about a transaction on your account. They
yeah,
they usually don't even know who you are. They know nothing
yeah,
about you.
yeah.
So,
And there's one bad thing. I think I did say my name at the time, you
mm,
know, because the panic, not thinking quite clearly.
yep,
But
yep.
quickly I started, you know, just
Well,
okay.
what I'm
Is this
getting
a
at
scam?
what I'm getting at is your mom is like their target audience, their target group. So just make sure
Yeah.
she's aware to be careful of that stuff,
Oh
you
yeah.
know? So,
She doesn't usually answer my phone unless she knows who it is too.
there you go.
Again,
There you go.
it's if we don't recognize the number, I don't usually answer it.
Oh, guys, I have a recording that I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to put it up because it kind of makes fun of my mother-in-law a little bit. Got a call on the house phone, right? It came up as on the phone it said spam whatever, right? So I'm ready for it. I know what it is. So I answer it and I start talking and it's one of the charities, the veterans charities, right? And then I hear the line pick up. My mother-in-law's in the living room and she's picked up the phone. And all of a sudden you hear beep, 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 like she's trying to dial a number. And I'm like, what the heck is she doing out there? She didn't even look at the phone to see, she just answered it.
Mhm.
And the person said, we're calling to see if you want, and I'm getting ready to handle the call. And the person said, the automated voice says, are you willing to just send $20? And she goes, no, of course not. And I'm like, Abu, I'm on the phone. Get off the phone. And I went out to talk to her later. She was like so embarrassed. I said, don't worry about it. It was just fun. It was funny, but I'm debating on whether or not I should put that out there. That might embarrass her, but it was a
Well,
very funny call.
well, nobody will know who she is, so I say yes.
Well, it doesn't take it. Trust me, it's not hard to find out. So,
Yeah.
like I said, it's out there. It's out there. So Rick, tell us a little bit about your comic and what's going on with it, so I can give you a little bit of time to chill before I cut you off.
Oh, well, this is my second campaign, as you may or may not know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
As the title goes, the Canadian Shield 2. So, the second book for the Canadian Shield, he's fighting his first villain, and there is a second book on it, Snowdrift #1, my next character out.
Very
So,
nice.
you can
Very
get
nice.
2 books,
And they
on
should
it.
go. They should go check it out on Indiegogo, right?
Yeah, I
Make sure you
can.
put the link in the comments so anybody can follow up on it. But
Yeah,
Rick's a good guy, even though he's Canadian. He's a good guy, and if you're into independent comics, check out his project. Okay.
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go back to checking out what comments were made. So hold on just a second. Let's see. All right. Tim says, I do enjoy your scam videos. Some are just so funny. I try. I try, guys. Believe me, these guys know I'm not funny at all, but I try. Eddie's
You're
here.
funny
Eddie says,
looking.
hey, guys. Yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Oh, Rick with the low blow.
See, Rick put the link to his Indiegogo campaign in the comments, and now I'm going to
Then
delete it.
insulted you.
That's right. That insulted me. Yeah. Uh-oh. Eddie says, I am also Canadian. Oh, no. See, this is what happens when you leave them alone. They start to multiply.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got to be careful insulting Canadians. You never know; you might be insulting your audience.
I didn't insult you. You insulted me, dweeb.
But you said he's Canadian, like that's a bad thing.
We always
Oh,
say it that way.
Did you vote for Trudeau?
no,
There we go.
he's Trudeau to me, or Trudum.
Well, listen, Rick. If do you the scam calls? Are they coming in on your cell phone or like a home number?
Cell phone, because
Okay.
that's all I have.
Okay. You should get one of those call recorders, one of those call recording apps. And I'm being honest with you, Rick. If you get a scam call and you record it and it's a good call, send it to me and I'll post it on my channel and share it with people. I mean, I want to turn Misfit Corner scams into a scam baiting network of people. And just so you guys know, I did offer the same thing to my daughter, to my son, to my brother-in-law, and they've all said, "Oh, we don't have time for that crap." It's like, come on, guys.
Hey, Richard.
So, oh, was Richard here?
Yeah, Richard's here.
What's up, Richard? Is that Rick Cross? Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
Hey, Avery. Hello, good sir. Richard's one of our long running guys that's been hanging around the channels, and he's a good guy. He's somebody I made a comment about live streaming, and they said I didn't know you live stream, and I said, well, yeah, I do it on 3 different channels 3 days a week. The comics channel on Friday, the scam channel on Saturday, and the draw channel on Wednesdays. So,
and then we have to go to the lore games on Todd's channel.
Which we get a week off this week.
Oh, lore games. Okay, so that's 2 weeks off from lore games for me.
For you, yeah. Well, see, they're out of town, so they're not going to do it next week.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm thinking maybe we should do something in the absence of Todd.
In the absence of lore games.
Yeah, maybe you do a live stream and we'll join your live stream.
I don't want to start streaming on my channel again yet. I'm losing subs. I'm just like, whatever. I'm going to have to completely rebuild my channel anyway, so I'm just like, I don't care.
That's what I ended up doing with the comics and the draw channel.
Yeah.
I mean, one's got like 15 subscribers, the other's got like 26.
Well, I've got your I think your comic channel. I don't think I got the draw channel. Are they in the description or?
No. You think cross-promoting my own channels would be a good thing? Please.
Yeah, go to the channels. Go to the about. You can find one of them.
Yeah, well, I try to keep it simple. Misfit Corner Scams, Misfit Corner Comics, and Misfit Corner Draws. And they're 3 different channels for 3 different things.
I think you can mix the comics and the art.
I wanted them separate. I wanted them separate.
Don't let the peas touch the carrots.
That's right.
That's right. I am good, Richard. I'm just glad you're good see me in some infamy.
Eddie says Quebec, but not French.
I guess that's where he's from, Quebec, but not French.
Okay.
Cool.
Which is good.
Yeah, we won't hold it against you. Richard says, haven't seen Rick in like forever. Well, he's busy working. He's busy working on his comic. So
yeah. Well, make sure you're subscribed to my channel here, Cross Comics.
I backed your book, Rick.
Yes, I know you did. Somebody else here did, though. Yeah.
Scam Hunter says, I would be part of your scam baiting network, Andrew. Okay, excellent.
Rick. Lost Pages 2. I worked on both books in the campaign. He didn't back that one either.
I didn't? I thought I did.
It's still in demand, by the way.
Oh, so I still have a chance.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
in demand. So it's in demand. It's printed. You'll order it and they'll send it. Because I already have my copies.
All right, maybe I'll get around to that.
You should send me a link to that. Maybe I've got some money. Maybe I can order that.
Yeah, just go to Indiegogo and put in Lost Pages 2. You'll find it.
Well, see, the Canadian Shield 2 still
it's
has
on my Twitter.
17 days. It still has 17 days left. So I mean, come on, I got plenty of time.
Yeah, and it is going in demand too. But
oh, okay.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have more money before it finishes. Thanks, Richard.
Oh wait a minute, hold on a second. Richard's insulting me again, which is just part of it. Just part of life. He says, how are you, Rick? Good to see you're enjoying some infamy. And then he says, how about Misfit Corner's furries? Yeah. Do I need to come up with a whole new channel for that?
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Misfit Corner peeps.
Misfit Corner peeps. Oh, my God.
All right.
My book from Narwhal showed up. I backed his Nosferatu book, and
Oh, really?
I backed it as a hardback.
Yeah.
So that's already showed up. It's a nice little hardback, dude. By
Oh, very
Narwhal.
nice.
It looks pretty good.
That was one that had the look of it was pretty cool. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, it's good.
All right, hold on a second. Let me jump back here real quick. Scam Hunter says, Andrew, have you been getting any American benefits that you're trying to mask their calls like they are burial calls when in reality American Benefits is a tax company and has nothing to do with burial? That's funny. That's funny because I have gotten many American Benefits. Matter of fact, it was Scam Hunters who previously, as exposing the script, is the one that turned me on to the fact that Senior Benefits is a real company and their website actually says on it that they do not make outbound calls. It was after I heard his video about that I went and checked it out for myself, and I mentioned it as much as I remember to mention it, that Senior Benefits, they're the valid company that offers final expense insurance, does not make outbound calls.
No, very cool.
And they even say it on their website. They do not do that. So if somebody's calling you claiming to be from them, they are scams. That's right.
Bastards.
That's right. And it was Scam Hunters, formerly exposing the script, that pointed that out to me. So I appreciate that.
Cool.
Nice.
Richard says, subscribed, Rick. Subscribe to what? Don't subscribe to Rick. Good God, Richard. You're gonna get your YouTube timeline filled up with Canadian stuff. Do you really want that? I mean, really, you gotta be careful.
But Rick is a good Christian boy, so there's that.
Rick, I forgot, guys. Hey, if you've checked out my drawing channel, you see me talking about my character Crom that I created that I'm working on a project with right now. This is the Rick who helped inspire and brought Crom to life by doing the Brazil challenge. You remember that?
Oh yeah, when he was going on that missionary thing. Yeah.
How long ago was that? How long ago was that trip?
3-4 years ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
It was before COVID. At least a year before COVID.
The sketches. My first sketch of Crom was in July of 2019. That was 3 years ago. So yeah, maybe it was 3 years ago. Freaking A. It's a long time, Rick.
Yeah, it is.
What are you doing now?
Yeah, I just realized it's been over a year since I posted on my channel. Yeah, okay.
All right. Scam Hunter says, I have 6 of those calls on my channel and more that are waiting to be uploaded on my channel. Yeah, because they call relentlessly, don't they? They don't ever give up. Richard says, I don't answer if I don't know the number. A lot of people say that, but if you don't answer, you don't get to talk to these wonderful people from over the seas. You don't get to experience other cultures and talking to the people who think you're the richest, most kindest, giving person in the world, and all they want you to do is give them your money.
Granted, by some of these people's standards, what's available in their country for most people live, our middle class is rich to them.
Yeah, that is true. Sarge Tech says, we're sorry. The number you tried to scam is out of service. Please check the number and then try your scam call again. Message SCAM0000. That's good. That's good. I like that. And Richard says, hey, I'm an OG dick and I need to pass on the title to the new generation, Rick. Are you up for it? Hey.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what he's trying to say there.
Rick Piper is probably the kindest, sweetest, most honest, decent person I know. And then on my other shoulder is Avery.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. I think I have visualized the metaphor perfectly right there.
I think you're saying.
Let's be honest, it's accurate.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I am a monster.
He's got an angel on one side apparently, and the devil on the other.
Yeah, sure.
I gotcha. Yep, exactly. All right, well, guys, we're going to wrap up for this evening. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the rest of it. There's still a whole day left, and I honestly look so much forward to Sunday. As I get home from the store, I don't have to stream. I can just relax and I honestly, I do like streaming with you guys. So I appreciate everybody who came in, and please be good to one another. Have fun, be safe. And when you get calls like the calls I share with you, either hang up on them or screw with them like I do. It's always fun. Enjoy, everybody. Thanks again.
Bye.